Welcome to my channel. HD Rare Coins 111. In this video I tell you about the United States of America Washington quarter dollar, which are most valuable and rare. If you interested, please subscribe my channel. Thanks. Top 1. Today, we take a deep dive into one of the most intriguing coins ever minted, the Washington quarter dollar, specifically the special 2000 edition that has captivated collectors and enthusiasts alike. As we explore the significance of this coin, we're not just looking at a piece of currency. We're delving into a piece of American history, a symbol of national pride, and a rare gem that could very well be hiding in your coin jar or wallet, worth far more than you might imagine. Whether you're a seasoned collector or someone who's just starting to explore the world of coins, this video will take you on a journey through the fascinating world of numismatics, unveiling the true story behind the Washington quarter dollar from the year 2000, an exceptional coin that has intrigued the coin collecting community and has, over time, become an iconic part of American coinage. To understand the significance of the 2000 Washington quarter, we must first step back and look at the broader history of the quarter itself. The Washington quarter has been a staple of American currency since 1932, a year that marked the bicentennial of George Washington's birth. The coin was designed by sculptor John Flanagan, who created the iconic image of Washington in profile that still graces the quarter to this day. Over the decades, the coin has seen numerous designs, commemorations, and changes, but the enduring image of Washington has remained a symbol of American unity, resilience, and democracy. Fast forward to the year 2000, and the U.S. Mint was preparing to release a unique series of quarters known as the 50 State Quarters program. This ambitious project, which would run from 1999 to 2008, aimed to honor each of the 50 states with the distinctive design featured on the reverse side of the quarter. The coins would be released in the order that the states entered the Union, and each state would have the opportunity to feature symbols, landmarks, and historical figures that were uniquely tied to its identity. The 2000 Washington quarter, part of this special program, carries particular significance. The state quarter for the year 2000 honored the state of South Carolina, marking its place in history as the 8th state to join the Union. The reverse design of this quarter features a beautiful image of a palmetto tree, a symbol of South Carolina, along with a crescent moon. This design, created by artist Joseph Mena, was meant to symbolize the state's strength and its deep historical roots, including its role in the American Revolution. The quarter's reverse also includes the inscription, "The Palmetto State," further solidifying the pride and cultural heritage of South Carolina. However, it's not just the design that makes this coin interesting. What truly sets the 2000 Washington quarter apart is the circumstances surrounding its production and the limited number of these quarters that were released into circulation. Because the 50 State Quarters program was such a popular and widely anticipated initiative, a large number of coins were minted, but not all were of equal rarity or value. Some years saw special editions of the coins that were made with certain variations, and those variations can dramatically affect their market value. The 2000 Washington quarter, in particular, is most notable for the high number of errors and production quirks that occurred during its minting. These errors range from the inclusion of wrong die marks, irregular strikes, and off-center coins. Coin collectors have long been on the lookout for these errors, as they can turn a seemingly ordinary coin into a rare and valuable specimen. But what makes the 2000 Washington quarter so special is that while it was produced in large quantities, the key error variations, such as the 2000 wide AM variety, have become highly sought after. The wide AM variety specifically refers to a slight misalignment in the minting process that caused the letters A and M in America on the reverse side of the coin to be spaced further apart than usual. This minor variation was so rare that only a handful of these coins were released into circulation, making them highly valuable among collectors. Today, a well-preserved example of a 2000 wide AM Washington quarter can fetch an impressive price, as collectors vie for these limited era coins. But the significance of the 2000 Washington quarter doesn't end with its design or production quirks. For collectors, this coin represents a blend of historical importance, rarity, and cultural significance. As with any great collectible, the value of the 2000 Washington quarter is determined not just by its rarity, but also by its condition. A coin in mint condition, or what numismatists call graded coinage, is worth far more than one that has been worn down through years of circulation. Coins are typically graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being perfect. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin becomes. In the case of the 2000 Washington quarter, some of the most highly prized examples are those that were minted with pristine condition, particularly those with the wide AM error. For example, a coin that was graded as MS67 or higher, indicating a coin with minimal to no signs of wear and tear, can command prices in the thousands of dollars. But here's where it gets really exciting for those of us in the world of numismatics. There are certain 2000 Washington quarters that have been known to sell for an astonishing amount, reaching values of up to $30,000 or more. Yes, you read that correctly. Despite being a coin that was once part of regular circulation, certain rare examples of the 2000 Washington quarter, especially those with the wide AM error, have skyrocketed in value, making them some of the most sought-after coins in the world. For collectors, owning one of these coins is like holding a piece of American history in the palm of your hand, a rare treasure that tells a story of craftsmanship, chance, and the fleeting nature of rarity. So, how do you determine if your 2000 Washington quarter might be worth a small fortune? First, you'll want to check the coin's reverse side for the distinctive, wide AM error. Look closely at the spacing between the letters A and M in America. If they appear to be farther apart than usual, you could have one of these rare variations. Of course, the condition of the coin plays a huge role as well, so it's essential to carefully inspect its surface for signs of wear, scratches, or discoloration. If your coin is in great condition and features the wide AM error, you may just be sitting on a small treasure trove. For anyone considering selling or purchasing these rare quarters, it's highly recommended to have the coin professionally graded by a certified numismatic service. Grading is essential for determining the true market value of a coin, and having it authenticated by an expert ensures that you're getting the best possible price when buying or selling. The 2000 Washington quarter, especially those with errors, can fetch anywhere from hundreds to thousands of dollars depending on their grade and rarity. But if you're lucky enough to own one of these coins in mint condition with the wide AM error, you could be looking at a value of $30,000 or more. In conclusion, the 2000 Washington quarter dollar isn't just a coin, it's a slice of history, a piece of art, and a potential goldmine for collectors. What started as a simple commemorative piece honoring South Carolina's place in American history has evolved into one of the most sought-after coins in the world. Whether it's the unique design, the historical context, or the thrill of discovering a rare error, the 2000 Washington quarter holds an undeniable appeal for numismatists and collectors alike. So, next time you're sifting through your loose change, take a moment to inspect that quarter. You just might have a treasure worth thousands of dollars hidden in plain sight. Top 2. We're delving into one such coin, the Washington quarter dollar featuring Mount Rushmore from the year 2013. This particular coin has captured the attention of collectors worldwide, not just for its stunning design but for the story it tells and the impressive value it holds today. So, grab a seat, get comfortable, and let's explore the fascinating world of the 2013 Mount Rushmore Washington quarter. The Washington quarter, which has graced American wallets since 1932, is one of the most iconic coins in U.S. history. Designed by John Flanagan, the obverse side of the coin has featured a profile of George Washington, the first President of the United States, for over 90 years. However, over time, the reverse side of the coin has evolved, reflecting the nation's changing history and values. The 2013 Mount Rushmore quarter is part of a special series of quarters known as the America the Beautiful Quarters program. This program, which began in 2010, was designed to honor national parks, monuments, and historical sites across the United States. Each year, the U.S. Mint releases a new quarter featuring a national landmark or symbol, and 2013 brought one of the most revered monuments in American history to the reverse of the quarter, Mount Rushmore. Mount Rushmore, located in the Black Hills of South Dakota, is one of America's most iconic landmarks. The massive sculpture, designed by Gutzon Borglum and completed by his son Lincoln Borglum, features the 60-foot-high faces of 4 U.S. presidents: George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt, and Abraham Lincoln. It is a monumental symbol of American history, representing the birth, growth, development, and preservation of the United States. The decision to feature Mount Rushmore on the quarter was not just a nod to its historical significance but a way to showcase one of the nation's most recognized landmarks on the coinage. The design of the 2013 Washington quarter is a masterpiece in itself. The reverse side of the coin showcases a beautiful, detailed image of the Mount Rushmore National Memorial. The 4 presidents' faces are sculpted with precision, framed by the rocky landscape of the Black Hills. The design, created by artist Phoebe Hemphill, captures the grandeur and power of the monument, with the inscriptions Mount Rushmore, South Dakota, and 2013, marking the year the coin was released. Surrounding the image are the inscriptions E Pluribus Unum and United States of America, reflecting the nation's motto and identity. As with all coins, the production of the 2013 Mount Rushmore quarter was meticulously planned and executed. The U.S. Mint, which is responsible for producing the nation's coinage, struck millions of these quarters, which were distributed to banks and financial institutions across the country for general circulation. The quarter was produced in both regular circulation strikes as well as proof versions, which were specially made for collectors. However, as with many commemorative coins, not all of the coins produced in the series are created equal. Some hold more value due to their rarity, unique features, or the condition in which they are found. For coin collectors, the appeal of the 2013 Mount Rushmore quarter lies not just in its design, but in its rarity and the specific characteristics that make some versions of the coin more valuable than others. The first thing that determines a coin's value is its rarity, and in this case, some Mount Rushmore quarters have become sought after due to specific errors in the minting process, or the unique characteristics of certain limited-run editions. One of the most common versions of the 2013 Mount Rushmore quarter is the standard circulation coin. These are the coins that were mass-produced and distributed to the public. While they are not rare by themselves, some coins are in better condition than others, and the condition of a coin plays a crucial role in determining its value. Coins that are found in excellent condition, those with sharp, clear details and minimal wear, are much more desirable to collectors than those that have been heavily circulated. For example, a quarter that is graded as MS65, mint state, or higher can fetch a higher price, even in the general circulation variety. But here's where things get even more interesting. Some versions of the 2013 Mount Rushmore quarter were struck with certain imperfections or errors, making them even rarer. For example, coins that show misalignments, double strikes, or other minting errors can become extremely valuable. These error coins are prized by collectors because they represent a flaw in the minting process, something that was never intended to happen, making them unique. These error coins can fetch hundreds, if not thousands, of dollars, depending on the rarity of the error and the coin's overall condition. Perhaps one of the most intriguing aspects of the 2013 Mount Rushmore quarter is the limited edition proof coins. These proof versions of the coin are specially made for collectors and are produced with a higher level of craftsmanship than the regular circulation strikes. They are struck multiple times with polished dies, resulting in a coin with a mirror-like finish and sharp, crisp details. These proof coins are often sold in specially designed sets and are produced in limited quantities, which makes them highly collectible. The rarity and the beauty of the proof coins make them especially desirable, and they can command a premium price. But what really catches the attention of numismatists and collectors is the extraordinary value that some of these quarters have attained. While most of the 2013 Mount Rushmore quarters are worth only their face value, 25 cents, some rare versions have sold for far higher amounts. In fact, certain limited edition proof coins and error coins have sold for as much as $16,000, depending on their condition and rarity. That's right, a coin that was once part of regular circulation, worth just a quarter, can now be worth a small fortune. The reason for this dramatic increase in value is simple: rarity and demand. Collectors are always searching for coins that are rare, unique, and historically significant. The 2013 Mount Rushmore quarter fits all of these criteria. It commemorates one of the most important landmarks in American history, features a stunning design, and for those who are lucky enough to find a rare error or a flawless proof coin, it can be worth a significant amount of money. But how do you know if you have a Mount Rushmore quarter that's worth thousands of dollars? The first step is to inspect the coin closely for any errors or unusual features. Look for signs of double strikes, misalignments, or other imperfections that might indicate it's a rare error coin. If you have a proof coin, check for its mirror-like finish and the level of detail. Keep in mind that coins in excellent condition, graded highly by professional numismatic organizations, will always command a higher price. Once you've identified a potential rare coin, it's essential to have it graded by a professional. Grading is an essential part of the numismatic process, and a certified grading service can help determine the coin's value based on its condition and rarity. If your coin is in pristine condition, with no signs of wear and tear, and has a unique error or flaw, it could very well be worth a small fortune. In conclusion, the 2013 Mount Rushmore Washington quarter is much more than just a commemorative coin. It's a piece of American history, a testament to the greatness of the United States, and a potential treasure for collectors. Whether you find a rare error coin, a proof coin in excellent condition, or simply a well-preserved piece of history, the 2013 Mount Rushmore quarter offers something for every collector. Its stunning design, rich historical significance, and potential value make it a coin worth keeping an eye on. So, the next time you're sorting through your change or browsing a coin shop, take a moment to examine the Mount Rushmore quarter. You never know, you might be holding on to a piece of American heritage worth far more than you think. Top 3. The world of numismatics is a fascinating and often mysterious one, where ordinary coins, at first glance, may hold hidden stories, secrets, and immense value. Among these coins, one of the most intriguing and valuable is the 1978 Washington quarter. While to many it may seem like just another piece of currency, this particular coin has a rich history, a stunning design, and a collector's appeal that has captivated the numismatic community for decades. But more importantly, it has grown in value over the years, with certain rare examples of the 1978 Washington quarter fetching staggering prices, as much as $53,000. Yes, you heard that right. A coin from 1978, initially worth just a quarter, is now worth tens of thousands of dollars. So, how does this seemingly unremarkable coin rise to such remarkable value? To understand the story of the 1978 Washington quarter, we need to go back in time, look at its history, the way it was produced, the unique characteristics that make it so special, and finally, the value it holds today. This journey will take us through the intricate details of coinage, the fascinating history of American currency, and the allure of rare collectible coins. Grab a seat, settle in, and prepare to discover the story of the 1978 Washington quarter. The Washington quarter, one of the most iconic coins in American history, has been in circulation since 1932. Designed by John Flanagan to commemorate the bicentennial of George Washington's birth, the Washington quarter features a profile of Washington on the obverse, front, side, with the reverse, back, showcasing an eagle. This design remained the standard for the Washington quarter for decades, and it became a lasting symbol of American independence and pride. By 1978, however, the coin had undergone several changes, some of which contributed to its rise in value. In the years leading up to 1978, the United States Mint had been minting millions of Washington quarters each year, mostly for general circulation. The 1970s were a time of significant change in the U.S., both socially and politically. The country was recovering from the turmoil of the 1960s, which included the Vietnam War and the civil rights movements, and was entering an era of relative stability. It was also a period when the country was beginning to experience inflationary pressures, which led to the government taking steps to modify the currency and make it more durable. The Washington quarter in 1978 was part of this ongoing effort to provide a reliable medium of exchange while also maintaining the integrity and symbolism of the nation's coinage. Now, let's look at the design of the 1978 Washington quarter. The obverse of the coin features the well-known image of George Washington, based on a 1786 bust by artist Jean-Antoine Houdin. Washington's portrait is highly detailed, capturing his dignified presence as the first president of the United States. Surrounding Washington's image are the inscriptions, Liberty, at the top, In God We Trust, on the left, and the year of issue, 1978, on the right. The reverse side of the 1978 quarter, consistent with most of the Washington quarters in circulation, features a bald eagle perched on an olive branch with wings spread. This symbolizes peace and strength, key ideals of the United States. The coin also bears the words, United States of America, e pluribus unum, meaning, out of many one, and $quarter, to denote its denomination. But while the design of the 1978 Washington quarter is beautiful and enduring, the real intrigue lies in the specific details of its production. In 1978, the U.S. Mint produced Washington quarters in substantial quantities, as it did every year. In fact, millions of these coins were minted at various mint facilities across the country, including the Philadelphia Mint, which produced coins without mint marks, the Denver Mint, which produced coins with a D mint mark, and the San Francisco Mint, which produced proof coins with an S mint mark. Most of these coins were intended for circulation, but certain versions, such as those with special features, limited runs, or production errors, have become rare and highly valuable. One of the reasons why the 1978 Washington quarter has become a coveted coin is due to the occurrence of certain rare varieties and errors during its production. Minting errors are a major reason why collectors are willing to pay top dollar for certain coins, and the 1978 quarter is no exception. For example, some 1978 quarters were produced with doubled dies or poorly aligned designs, which made them stand out from the standard issue. These errors are incredibly rare and often become the focal point of collectors' attention, pushing up their value considerably. Perhaps the most famous of these error coins is the 1978 double die variety, where certain coins exhibit a slight doubling of the design elements, especially in the date and the lettering, which occurred as a result of a misalignment during the minting process. This error, though subtle, has captured the attention of coin enthusiasts, and a coin with a visible double die can be worth much more than a standard 1978 quarter. In fact, the highest grade examples of these error coins have been known to sell for thousands of dollars, depending on their condition and the prominence of the error. However, it's not just the error coins that are valuable. The 1978 Washington quarter, like other coins from this era, has been subject to the principles of supply and demand. Many of the coins released into circulation were either lost, worn down, or simply spent over the years. Those that have survived in excellent condition, uncirculated or nearly so, are rare, and as time passes, they become more highly sought after. Coins that are well preserved, especially in the higher grades, such as MS-65 or MS-67, often sell for much higher than their face value. What really drives the value of the 1978 Washington quarter, though, is the rarity of finding coins in pristine condition, especially those that feature specific characteristics such as the double die errors, or coins that were part of limited runs, such as proof sets or uncirculated mint sets. These coins, produced for collectors rather than general circulation, were made with far greater attention to detail, resulting in coins that often possess the sharpest details and the clearest finishes. As we approach the present day, the value of the 1978 Washington quarter has skyrocketed. For example, certain proof versions of the 1978 quarter, particularly those that were part of limited edition proof sets released by the U.S. Mint, have been known to fetch prices of several $100s or more in top-grade condition. But the real value lies in the rare error coins and high-grade uncirculated examples. The value of a coin is heavily influenced by its rarity, condition, and the demand from collectors, and in the case of the 1978 Washington quarter, some rare examples have sold for as much as $53,000, an astounding figure for a coin that originally had a face value of just 25 cents. So, how can you tell if your 1978 Washington quarter is one of those rare, valuable coins? First, you'll need to closely inspect the coin for any signs of minting errors. Look for the presence of doubling in the date or lettering, which could indicate a doubled die error. Also, check the condition of the coin. Uncirculated coins in excellent condition are the most desirable. Coins with minimal wear, sharp features, and a glossy, lustrous finish will always be worth more than those that have been heavily circulated or damaged over time. If you think you have a particularly rare or valuable 1978 Washington quarter, it's always a good idea to have it professionally graded by a certified numismatic organization. Grading services will assess the coin's condition and assign it a grade that can help you determine its market value. In conclusion, the 1978 Washington quarter may seem like just another coin to most people, but for collectors, it's a piece of history, a rare, coveted treasure that could be worth tens of thousands of dollars. The coin's enduring design, its connection to the country's past, and its potential for rarity and errors make it a sought-after item in the world of numismatics. Whether you're a seasoned collector or someone just beginning to explore the world of coin collecting, the 1978 Washington quarter offers an exciting opportunity to uncover a hidden gem that could be worth a small fortune. So, the next time you come across a 1978 Washington quarter, take a closer look. It could very well be worth far more than you think. If you've got a rare error coin, a proof version in excellent condition, or simply a well-preserved example, you might just be holding on to a valuable piece of American history. And who knows? That humble quarter could turn out to be your ticket to a numismatic treasure worth $53,000. Top 4. When it comes to numismatics, the art and study of coins, few coins have the kind of mystique, history, and value that can make collectors' hearts race with excitement. Among these is the 1970 Washington quarter dollar. At first glance, it might seem like just another coin, a part of the many quarters that circulated throughout the United States. But as we dig deeper into its background, design, minting process, and the hidden gems that it holds, you'll come to realize why this particular coin, produced in the early 1970s, has become one of the most highly sought-after and valuable coins in the numismatic world. This journey will take us through the fascinating history of the Washington quarter, the unique circumstances surrounding the 1970 minting, and the special features that make this coin stand out among the rest. We will unravel the details of the coin's design, discuss the different varieties produced that year, and explore why a 1970 Washington quarter might be sitting in your coin jar right now, worth far more than its face value. By the end, we'll unveil the incredible value this coin can hold today, reaching up to $70,000. Yes, you read that correctly. A coin worth just 25 cents when it was minted could now command an extraordinary price of $70,000. To understand the importance of the 1970 Washington quarter, it's essential first to understand the significance of the Washington quarter itself. The Washington quarter has been a fixture of U.S. coinage since 1932. Originally designed by John Flanagan to commemorate the bicentennial of George Washington's birth, the quarter has evolved over the years to reflect different themes, historical events, and national symbols. But throughout its history, the image of George Washington has remained constant on the obverse side of the coin, making it one of the most recognizable and beloved coin designs in U.S. history. However, the quarter's design wasn't always as static as it appears today. From 1932 through the late 1960s, the design on the reverse side of the coin depicted an eagle. But in the late 1960s, as part of an ongoing effort to honor America's history, the U.S. Mint introduced a new design for the reverse of the Washington quarter. It was during this time that the 1970 Washington quarter was struck, and this year's coin holds a particular place in history because of the series of events that led to its production. The 1970 Washington quarter was struck as part of the ongoing effort by the U.S. Mint to produce coins that were durable and reflective of the changing times. The year 1970 was significant for many reasons in U.S. history, not the least of which was the growing influence of the counterculture movement, the continuing effects of the Vietnam War, and the nation's response to the assassination of major figures like Martin Luther King Jr. and Robert F. Kennedy. It was a period of great social and political change, and the U.S. Mint, as a symbol of the government, was tasked with reflecting those changes through its coinage. As with every coin series, the Washington quarter was minted in both Philadelphia and Denver that year. However, there's a key distinction in the production of the 1970 Washington quarter that has caught the attention of collectors: a series of unique features and errors that make certain coins highly valuable. Let's take a closer look at the minting process and the varieties produced in 1970. In 1970, the United States Mint produced Washington quarters in significant numbers, including circulation coins and proof coins. The coins produced for circulation were struck in copper-nickel clad, with a mixture of 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel. These coins were mass-produced to be distributed for everyday use. But, as is often the case in the world of coin collecting, the real value comes not from the mass-produced pieces, but from the rare variations and the coins that didn't quite make it as they were intended. One of the most significant variations that occurred in 1970 was the appearance of the 1970 Denver Mint Washington quarter. Typically, these coins would have a D mint mark stamped on the reverse side, indicating their production in the Denver Mint. However, during the production of the 1970 Washington quarter, the U.S. Mint made a mistake. Some of the coins produced in Denver were struck with a noticeable D mint mark that is off-center, making it appear as though it was either double-stamped or misaligned. These misstrikes have become a key attraction for collectors, as they are rare and highly desirable. But that's not all. In addition to the off-center D mint mark, the 1970 Washington quarter also featured a few other unique characteristics that have made certain examples highly valuable. For example, a very small number of 1970 Washington quarters were accidentally struck with a proof-like finish, the same quality of shine and detail typically reserved for coins made specifically for collectors. These proof-like quarters are significantly rarer than the typical circulation coins, and the condition in which they have been preserved plays a large role in their value. In the years since 1970, the rarity of these coins, combined with their unique features, has driven their value up significantly. A standard 1970 Washington quarter, in average condition, would not fetch more than a few dollars, if that. However, when you begin to examine coins with errors, such as the off-center D mint mark or proof-like strikes, you begin to see how the value skyrockets. A well-preserved 1970 Washington quarter with one of these rare errors can easily sell for thousands of dollars, depending on its condition. One of the most exciting aspects of coin collecting is that there's always the possibility of finding a rare piece among the everyday coins you come across. In fact, some of the most valuable 1970 Washington quarters, with their unique minting characteristics, have been discovered in circulation, often tucked away in coin jars, old change purses, or rolls of quarters that had been left untouched for decades. If you're lucky enough to find a coin that shows signs of rarity, whether it's a misaligned mint mark or an unusual proof-like finish, you could be holding on to a treasure worth far more than its face value. But how do you know if you've found a coin that is truly rare? The key to identifying a valuable 1970 Washington quarter lies in a few simple steps. First, take a close look at the mint mark on the reverse of the coin. If you spot an off-center D mint mark or any doubling of the lettering, you may have found a coin with a minting error. Second, inspect the overall condition of the coin. Coins that are in exceptional condition, with little to no wear, will always be worth more than those that are heavily circulated or damaged. Finally, if you believe your 1970 Washington quarter might be a rare find, it's always worth having it professionally graded by a certified numismatic service. This process will assess the coin's condition and assign it a grade that can help determine its market value. And now, the big reveal. While most 1970 Washington quarters are worth no more than their face value, 25 cents, certain rare examples have sold for mind-boggling amounts. For example, a 1970 Washington quarter with an off-center D mint mark in pristine condition has been known to fetch prices of $1,000 to $5,000. But the most valuable specimens, those that feature multiple minting errors, or those that have been preserved in flawless condition, have been sold for as much as $70,000 at auction. Yes, you could be holding onto a coin worth 280,000 times its original face value, all because of a rare minting error or a unique finish. In conclusion, the 1970 Washington quarter dollar is more than just a piece of currency. It's a piece of American history with hidden treasures waiting to be discovered. Whether it's the minting errors, the rare proof-like finishes, or simply the pristine condition of certain coins, the 1970 Washington quarter has proven to be a coveted gem in the world of coin collecting. If you find one, take a moment to inspect it carefully, because you might just be holding onto a coin worth far more than you ever imagined. With some 1970 Washington quarters fetching upwards of $70,000, this seemingly humble quarter could be your ticket to owning a numismatic treasure of a lifetime. Top 5. In the world of numismatics, some coins stand out not only for their historical significance but also for their ability to captivate collectors and enthusiasts, often for decades. Among these coins, the 1990 Washington quarter holds a particular place of interest. While it might not immediately seem like one of the most valuable or significant coins in U.S. history, it carries a story of design, minting, and eventual collector appeal that has transformed it from an everyday piece of currency into a highly sought-after treasure. Today, some 1990 Washington quarters can command up to $50,000, a remarkable amount for a coin that was originally worth just 25 cents. So, how did this unassuming quarter go from being a simple component of the nation's coinage to an object of fascination and a collector's dream? To understand the full story, we need to dive into the history of the Washington quarter, the 1990 design and minting process, the key features that make certain coins rare, and the surprising rise in value of some of these quarters in recent years. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a casual viewer curious about the hidden world of rare coins, this story will captivate you. So sit back, relax, and prepare to discover the fascinating journey of the 1990 Washington quarter dollar. The Washington quarter, the coin that features the profile of the United States' first president, George Washington, is a staple in American coinage. First introduced in 1932 to mark Washington's 200th birthday, the design by John Flanagan quickly became one of the most recognizable in the history of U.S. currency. Washington's profile, appearing on the obverse, front, of the coin, has remained a fixture throughout the quarter's existence, but the reverse, back, design has changed multiple times over the years. From its inception until 1998, the reverse of the coin typically featured an eagle, representing American strength and freedom. However, the Washington quarter saw a shift in its reverse design in 1999, when the 50 State Quarters program began, marking the end of the eagle reverse for good. Now, let's focus on the year 1990. By this time, the Washington quarter had already gone through several notable changes. The coin was a regular part of everyday transactions, but certain years and minting processes had given rise to some unique characteristics that would make some coins more valuable than others. The 1990 quarter was minted as part of the regular series, with millions of coins produced at the Philadelphia and Denver mints. In terms of design, the 1990 Washington quarter featured the same obverse portrait of George Washington by John Flanagan that had appeared on the coins since 1932. On the reverse, the coin continued to feature the familiar eagle, with its wings spread wide, perched on an olive branch. The motto, E pluribus unum, meaning, out of many one, appeared at the top of the reverse, while United States of America and quarter dollar encircled the eagle at the bottom, denoting the coin's country of origin and denomination. The coin was struck in a copper-nickel clad composition, with a mix of 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel, giving it the familiar golden hue. While most 1990 Washington quarters were designed for general circulation and saw heavy use in everyday transactions, what sets certain examples apart are the unique features and characteristics that can turn an ordinary coin into a highly valuable collector's item. Most coins from the 1990 series were minted and released into circulation, but some versions were made for proof sets and special collector's sets. These coins were produced with higher quality standards, using polished dies and multiple strikes to create sharper, clearer details and a mirror-like finish. Proof coins are far rarer than standard circulation coins, and collectors covet them for their impeccable condition and the craftsmanship involved in their production. However, it's not just the proof coins that have captured the attention of collectors. Certain varieties and minting errors in the 1990 Washington quarter have increased their desirability and market value. When coins are struck at the mint, there's always a chance for defects or unusual features to arise. These errors, such as double strikes, die cracks, or off-center mint marks, can make a coin more intriguing to collectors and push its value far beyond its face value. In the case of the 1990 Washington quarter, some coins were struck with distinctive errors that have made them extremely valuable. One of the most highly sought-after varieties from this year is the 1990 D Washington quarter. Normally, coins produced at the Denver Mint carry the D mint mark on the reverse side. However, certain 1990 D quarters exhibit a misaligned mint mark, or a doubled mint mark, creating a unique error that has fascinated collectors. These types of minting flaws, while rare, add an element of intrigue and scarcity to the coin, boosting its value in the eyes of collectors who seek out coins with distinctive and uncommon features. Another key feature that increases the value of certain 1990 Washington quarters is their condition. Coins that have been preserved in excellent condition, free from wear and damage, are always more valuable than heavily circulated coins. Many 1990 Washington quarters show the wear of years in circulation, but a select few are found in pristine condition, often preserved through the years in mint sets or as part of coin collections. Coins that grade well, in the range of MS65 or higher, can command prices significantly above their face value, as collectors are always looking for high-quality, well-preserved specimens. Now, let's talk about the big reveal. You might be wondering, why is a 1990 Washington quarter worth $50,000? The answer lies in the combination of rarity, demand, and historical interest. While the 1990 Washington quarter wasn't part of any special commemorative series or unique program like the 50 state quarters, a few rare examples with minting errors, proof-like finishes, or impeccable preservation have risen in value over time. A 1990 Washington quarter that features a clear minting error or is found in proof-quality condition could easily fetch thousands of dollars at auction. In fact, coins with prominent errors, like the doubled mint mark, or those with unusually sharp details that were struck in limited batches for collectors, can see their value escalate dramatically. Some of these rare 1990 quarters have been sold for as much as $50,000, a far cry from the coin's original value of just 25 cents. The rarity of these era coins, combined with their undeniable collector appeal, has made them a prized find for numismatists, and their prices reflect that demand. If you're wondering how to identify if your 1990 Washington quarter might be worth something close to that jaw-dropping figure, there are a few key things to look for. First, check the mint mark on the reverse side of the coin. A doubled or misaligned mint mark could make the coin valuable. Next, examine the coin's overall condition. The higher the grade, the better the coin's condition, the more valuable it is. Finally, inspect the coin for any signs of unique features, such as unusual striking patterns, die cracks, or other distinctive errors. If you find a coin that fits this description, it's worth getting it professionally graded by a certified numismatic grading service, which can provide an official appraisal and help determine its market value. In addition to the minting errors and unique features, another aspect that drives up the price of the 1990 Washington quarter is the ongoing interest in collecting coins from the 1990s. Many coin collectors focus on completing sets of quarters from different years, especially those from the 1980s and 1990s, when the design and production of the coins saw relatively little variation. This ongoing interest in building complete collections ensures that certain years and varieties will continue to hold value well into the future, especially as time goes on and the number of well-preserved coins from these years becomes scarcer. In conclusion, the 1990 Washington quarter dollar is far more than just a piece of currency. It's a symbol of American history, a beautiful work of design, and for collectors, a treasure hunt waiting to happen. While most 1990 quarters are still worth just 25 cents, certain rare examples have been found to be worth thousands, even up to $50,000, depending on their condition, min-mark errors, or unique features. The combination of rarity, demand, and historical significance has made this coin a standout in the world of numismatics. So, the next time you come across a 1990 Washington quarter, take a closer look. You might just have a small fortune sitting in your hands. Whether it's a well-preserved coin or one with a minting error, you could be holding onto a piece of American history worth far more than you ever imagined.